We need to explain now the Ketubim for Parashat Vayikra for Thursday, Chok L'Yisrael. Tzinim pachim bederech ikesh, shomer nafsho yichak mehen. Nishba beorcha akimta uman denateh nafshe yichak menhon. What does it mean here? It means that thorns and snares are in the way of a person who makes his path crooked. And affliction is prepared for him. Shomer nafsho, person who makes his deeds correct, person who's scrupulous, who makes sure that he acts properly, yichak mehem, he will be saved from them. Chanoch lanag al pi darko, gam ki yazkin lo yasu mimena. Adrecha letalya lekaval, orhe dela chad nesuv niste mineh. So, Chanoch lanag al pi darko, you educate a child according to his way. In other words, if a person has a child who's good in math and not good in music, don't try to make him into a musician. Educating according to his natural tendencies, and he will excel in them. And also when you educate a child when he's young, Gam ki yaskin, when he gets older, he will not depart from it, because what you learn when you're young stays with you forever. And therefore, that's why education is very important at a young age, but also to educate the child according to his natural inclination, his natural tendency. Just, of course, to channel in the proper direction and to give him the tools to be able to fulfill what he already has as his nature inclined to do. Ashir berashim yimshol, ve'eved lovel ish malveh. Atira b'miskene nishtalet, ve'avda yozif legafra mozfana. So it says, a person who's Ashir, a person who's rich, rules over the poor. And Rashi explains what is rich and poor here. Rich is a person who's rich in knowledge, which means a scholar. And a person who's poor means poor in knowledge. And Rashi explains, those who are not learned always need the scholar to answer their questions, to lead them in the proper path. And the end of the pasuk says that a person who's a borrower is like a slave to a lender. And that's why it's better to get rid of loans as quick as possible, so that you're not sort of like ruled over by the lender. So that's why it says, Eved lovel ish malveh, a person who's a borrower is like a slave, like a servant to the person who's the lender. Zoreya avla yiktzor aven, ve'shevet evrato yichleh. Dezareya avla nehtzad a'ata, ve'shifta deheryane nigmo. So this pasuk means the person that sows iniquity, he plants things that are wrong, he shall reap aven, which is like vanity. And shevet evrato yichle, the rod of his wrath shall fail. And Rashi explains, shevet chamato sherodebo bene adam yichle, that stake that he rules with over the people, since he was doing things in the wrong way, eventually he will fail. Like we see many times, these tyrants or these governments that are like oppressive to their people, eventually they fall down, eventually. Tov ayin hu yevorach ki natan min lahmo ladal. Man de tava hu ayne hu nidbarech metul de'ahiv man lahme lemiskena. A person who has a generous eye shall be blessed. Somebody who's happy for the goodness of others, somebody who's happy when somebody else succeeds, that he's not jealous, he's happy for the other person, such a person will be blessed because he's given of his bread to the poor man. This was the Ketubim. Just I'd like to mention from the Musar. The Musar speaks here about the aspect of Chanupah. What is Chanupah? Is hypocritical flattery. How bad it is to be hypocritically flattering a person, to praise him for things that are not in him in a hypocritical way. That is something that is frowned upon, and something that can bring actually, according to the Musar, noflim beyad oivehem, the people, because of that avera of being flattering in a hypocritical way, they can fall, Rahman al-Islam, into their enemies' hands. So this was also the main aspect of the Musar for today. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.